I know nothing about medicine. I don't claim to have any special knowledge about aviation medicine or anything like that. I am a pilot, so I do have a medical, but I seem to walk in there every year. Guy takes a look at me and says, "You look all right," you know. So today we've got our South African Civil Aviation AVMED, Aviation Medical Department, coming to visit us. And they are bringing with them 25 young doctors who are all looking to specialize, I understand, in aviation medicine. And that requires that they do a 1-week course. So we are one of the locations that they are coming to have a look at to learn about aviation. I've been told I can talk about anything. I'm going to use it as an opportunity for myself to review the 19 years we've been in business. We're going to do a little slideshow, tell them who we are, teach them something about general aviation, do a factory walk around so that the doctors can learn how to build aeroplanes, and then I believe they'd love to fly. So we're going to take them flying. I'm James, how are you going? Yes, well, you have found the right place. We flew our first aeroplane, our first prototype, on the 18th of October 2008. So about 15 months after we built this. We assembled the first one, serial number 001, in our little Pondoki in Edenvale, and only discovered afterwards that we couldn't get the bloody thing out without taking the wings off. All our aeroplanes have always been made out of aluminium. We now make the center fuselage to make it strong enough. It doesn't have a strutted wing. It's got a cantilever wing. You see just now. And they're out of composite. Big change for us. Quite exciting. And we are, in fact, we built 6 of these things and delivered them, but all of them on a kind of an ad hoc basis. We're going into production right now. We are going to do this at a reasonably consistent pace. So this is R&D. It's our kind of skunkworks department. An aeronautical engineer is a machine for turning coffee into aeroplanes and playing a bit of ping pong in between as well. This is the kind of the brains trust. These are actually early renderings of the high wing, so we can draw that from the design before we've built a single kind of component. This is an example of sections of the Sling 4 TSI, and if you open one of those, so he's opening one little bracket over there, and he can flatten that part, and when it's flattened, you can make like that a punch file, which goes on a USB stick, and the guys in Elroad get sheets of aluminium. They put that stick into the CNC punch, and it goes, and they then form it. It's called hydroforming with polyurethane over a former, which we've also cut on the same punch. These are Maxlings. This aeroplane is the best training aircraft on Earth today, I believe, without a shadow of a doubt. It's reliable, it's forgiving, it's incredibly cheap to operate, it's reasonably priced to buy. They maintain their value, unlike motor cars. Essentially everybody who's ever bought one of my airplanes will sell it more in straight rand terms than they bought it for. What I'm going to show you here is we bring from our store and kit packing all of the kits we send around the world. So this is a container. Alan, where is this going?
Poland.
Poland, okay. So it's quite empty. So this is going to Poland. We have sold to 28 countries around the world. So our reputation is good. And I'm surprised that Americans and South Americans and Europeans are happy to buy a technology product out of Africa, but they are. And I think these movies we've made and we go to the big air shows around the world, obviously, as well. But it's exciting to see, Poles and French and Italian and Dutch people, our European distributors out of Holland, actually.
How many planes going in here?
So, actually, is this just one kit, eh? Yeah, Ronnie's our...
Just one plane.
So it's an airframe kit. So that's without the engine prop. It's good for us to engage with our aviation authority, and I think it's good for them to engage with us. You know, it kind of relaxes things, normalizes them a bit. We obviously need things from each other, so I love to have them here and help them and do things which are not directly related to applications from us for documents we need. The sub-assembly, I mean, I think the wings actually go directly to final assembly, and the tails come in from that side, get painted, come here, and they hang the engine and fit canopy frames. The two-seater one slides, the four-seater opens like a gull wing. This is the new 160 horsepower Rotax 916 engine. We had in between 141 horsepower, it was called 915. That has a 1,200 hour overhaul requirement. They've worked well, but this engine, we got a pre-production model because we're close to Rotax to test it, and it goes straight to 2,000 hours. And it is as smooth as butter, it's just perfect. The last thing we're going to look at is next door over here, is our electrics department, which does the most beautiful panels for these aeroplanes. About a quarter of the value of the aircraft is in the panels. This is a wiring table for what I call looms. Looms are these sections that go into the wing or the fuselage. And after the paint shop, the fuselage actually comes here before it goes to get the engine mounted. Now put the loom into the fuselage. They send looms for them to put into the wings in Elroad. And then right at the end here, they will take a panel. We'll go and look at them over there, but they're wired over here. So this is complex and detailed work, because every single one of the terminations on every single one of these wires has a pin which has to go into a locating hole. And each of these plugs typically has between 4 and 32 little connecting pins in it. Because we do all of these things ourselves, if you were in Europe, you would outsource the electrics to one bunch of guys, composites to another bunch of guys, and you disassemble the end product. Because we do all of this ourselves, we can control the quality, we make money, we can do our own timing. If you come and have a look over here, you'll get an idea of kind of what the sort of instrument looks like.
How was it? Amazing!
Air conditioner, nothing. You don't actually light. You don't have air conditioner. Lekker, man.
How was that?
Thanks. Guys,
We did a little bit of a weightless thing. It was a bit of,
I had my intestines flying, but yeah, thanks man, thanks a lot.